Cannot breathe. Cannot see. Cannot breathe. Cannot breathe. Cannot see. Cannot breathe.
Det går iväg.
Cannot see. Cannot breathe.
Det går iväg.
Cannot see.
Det går iväg.
Cannot look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between.
Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur det går iväg. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur det går iväg. Det går iväg.
I cannot breathe,
Jag kan
cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
andas när jag
Cannot breathe,
Jag kan
cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
när jag det går iväg.
Cannot see,
Det går iväg.
Horizon's too high, it's dark on my side. I made my own clouds, flew by my pride. The ship falls away, not dead. Yeah,
guys.
Ashes remain.
3 or 4. Is that thing too high, you think?
Yeah.
Is it getting our... We got to make sure the light's right. Because you don't want it going down like this. You want it... ooh, that's good. Maybe a little lower, actually. You can go lower.
Yeah.
A little lower. Yep, there we go. Money. What up, everybody? How you guys doing? Maku, where are you from? You liked it better when I was in wintertime and we were in the summertime? Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Live, the Spick Span Show, with myself, Ryan Greenspan, and Kyle Spick over here. He's the Spick, I'm the Span. We got an awesome show for you guys today because this is the last show before we go out to Florida. I leave on Wednesday. You leave on Wednesday?
No, I leave tomorrow on red eye because I have to take a test on Wednesday midday, so I don't want to fly all day.
Oh, so you're going to take the test in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay, it's
gonna
all
go.
online. That's right.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to school. Is that what the test is you're studying for today?
Yeah, I have to leave early, guys, because I have to go to a study review.
Study
that I have
review.
to pay for along with school because the class is so hard, so I have to go.
Wait, isn't it at school, though?
Yeah, but it's off campus. It's like it's done by students that have taken the class.
Smart.
They have it for like all.
That's a racket.
All classes.
That's a racket. You take the class and then you're just now a
It's
study
not.
review
It's
person?
$100 for a 4-hour cram session.
Damn.
It's tough.
Well, Kyle, what class is it?
Supply chain management.
That seems pretty easy.
Yeah, you would think it was easy.
Hey,
There's a lot
when
of
you finish this,
statistics
I bet
and-
every single paintball company will hire you.
There we go.
Yeah, HK needs some
sure they're all
supply chain
watching, yeah.
management. They have some issues. A couple of you guys I saw in the comments, a couple in there. Eric Hunter, thanks for joining us today. As a matter of fact, while we were talking, so Dynasty had a few injuries last weekend. We had a couple of guys. Blake not like yesterday and the day before. I'll get into that. But the week before, weekend one of the layout, Blake didn't play because he had a knee injury that was like rolling over from last year. I think he has meniscus tear in his knee and hasn't been fixed, so it hasn't really been addressed aside from he's had some physical therapy, some MRIs, and no surgery though yet. Then Marcelo has a bit of a knee twist injury that he developed the weekend one, which he was kind of bothering him quite a bit. And then Alex has got is a walking calamity, so he's constantly, parts of him are falling off, or he's sick or something. But luckily, when you get to the tournament, it's not as strenuous as practice.
Yes.
So if he plays even half as well as he was playing last weekend and this past weekend, I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, he was crushing
He's
it.
crushing it. He was player of the day on Sunday, and he was player of the day last weekend too. So he's got 2 player of the days.
Wow.
Every day of practice, we have the player of the day, whoever plays the best. Tyler wins it all the time. Pretty much always Tyler. Or if Glenn Takamoto ever came out,
Yeah.
he would stop playing for like a year or 2 and then come out and be like, yeah, can I just run a couple points with you? And you're like,
Yeah.
Glenn's still player of the day.
Yeah.
And
And that's funny because we were talking about that last weekend, Alex and then J-Rab from our team, and then JC. JC played phenomenal, and he hasn't played since March.
Dude, JC was killing it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like, I don't think he really ever, it seemed like he didn't say a word to anybody.
No,
He
he
just went in there, did his job, and shot a bunch of guys.
bunkering people, going every out in the field every
walked
game.
back
I'm
to the
like,
bits.
dude, he looks better than before.
Yeah. I always said that JC is one of your better, like, it's the problem with your guys' team is you have so many guys that are really good.
Yeah.
That you're like, why aren't you playing him?
Yeah.
And then you hit Brandon Cornell, and you're like, why aren't you playing Brandon?
Yeah.
You're like, why aren't you playing JC?
Yeah.
Why aren't you playing Brandon?
Yeah.
Why aren't you playing you? Why
Yeah.
aren't you playing Mouse?
Yeah.
So that's obviously a tough problem for your coach, Dave
Yeah.
Baines, who we can actually ask that question to a little bit later, because we do have Alex Frazee and Dave Baines both joining us on the Shrunken Head screen here in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so.
You guys, a bunch of people said that you want to see my Twister Geo that I just got. Yeah. Did I tell you the issue that I had with it?
No.
Well, I'll go get all the pieces of it right now with the ASA. I have it pretty much intact, but there was a little bit of issue taking my tank off, so I'll go get that.
Oh, was the
I don't know
reg
if it
stuck
was-
in the bottle? And you
I
had
don't
to
know if it was the reg's fault or the ASA's fault, but this is really funny how she's letting you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, Kyle has an ASA. And then also, if you guys checked out the title of the episode in one of the little sides, we're going to talk about codes today. Well, actually, I'll probably have to talk about most of the code library that we have and why we have it that way, because Kyle's going to be studying. It's also good because that way he doesn't know what our codes are. And so we do have an extensive code library that I do want to share some of the concepts and the ideas with you before we get through the show. So here's Kyle's Twister.
So I probably shouldn't be showing this because it is a Planet Eclipse gun, but I will say that it's maybe 50-50 because it is your reg that I'm not supposed to be using.
Why do you have my reg?
Because you let me borrow it because my reg broke.
You owe me a new reg now, dog.
You know, I learned though that Ninja
Yeah.
regs are the same as
yeah,
HK
you
regs.
can just undo that. What the hell?
Yeah. Dude, so here's all the pieces of the reg. So when you degas it, something with the pin, it was aired up in here even when I degassed it.
And was air still going through?
Is
Is the air out now?
out of that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know if they can hold air like that, but we had to take the burst disc off the tank to bleed the tank before we put it on the clamp, and had to shove the tank off. It wasn't coming out because this blue piece in here was separating from the reg, so we thought the tank might blow up. So we had to degas it.
And you tighten these screws.
And then we tighten it, we untighten it, we try to do everything, and then we put that part on the clamp and then try to turn it off.
I see that where they put the clamp on it.
But that was the only issue. I mean, the gun shot insane. Me and Nick are both using them. From Boston. Anthony sent this over for Nick and I, and it's really sweet. It's a little bit more quiet.
Yeah. So George Martinez, to answer your question right now, the two of them, are there any teams that are shooting those exclusively?
I don't think so.
I'm sure some of the Revo guys are shooting them.
Trying to get in the light
Yeah,
here.
Oh, there we go. That's the
thing's-
Twister.
It's really
They're
sweet.
probably all sold out already, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
From at Boston Paintball,
Yeah.
Community Paintball. He does a really good job. Those things sell out incredibly fast. it's like neck and neck for which product sells out faster, the Twister products or the HORMESIS headbands.
Yeah.
Both of which are incredibly difficult.
Love this
get.
thing though. It's a little bit smaller frame on the top, and it has these grooves right here, like in above the trigger frame. They're pretty nice. But
Hey, how many guys do you have on your roster? We have
10 right.
10 guys,
10
yeah.
right now. But when Zach comes back from
comes
Canada,
back. And then Zane is out for sure.
yeah,
He's done.
Zane's gonna coach.
Coach. Oh wow.
Assistant coach.
Okay. Shout out to Paintball Ruin My Life's in the house over here. Shout out to everybody else. Dizon always got. Oh, Dizon, your shirt shipped today. So this week you will be getting the shirt that you won last week. As everybody knows, we do giveaways every single week. This week actually we have. Now this is not going to be a good giveaway for everybody. It's only going to be a good giveaway if you're lucky to win. If it fits you, it'll also be. That's also part of the luck. Is hopefully whatever we give you fits you, because this one size is all we got. Not one size fits all.
Yeah.
This is what you get is what you get. So you'll see what that is here in a little bit. But hopefully you have a friend. If it doesn't fit you, maybe a friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, family member, someone you don't like. I don't know. Whoever it is that has the size that we're going to give you. More to be disclosed soon. A couple other things. All my notes are on there. But upcoming clinics. I just wanted to touch on all of these really quickly. Kyle and I, the week after the NXL, so that's, I believe, May 7th. May 7th, on Friday, we're going to be at Boston Paintball. The two of us are going to be doing a one-day clinic out there. If you sign up, I think you get a little mock jersey. You get like an event jersey with the sign-ups. I will be at Annandale Paintball. There are 5 spots left available to sign up. Annandale Paintball in Minnesota. That's the May 15th and 16th. Then I'm going to be... You guys, do you have anything else coming up?
Nope.
Around there? And then there's going to be a G2 clinic for those of you guys. Actually, I'm going to be out of the Bro Army camp the first week in June. That one's already sold out. But then G2 is actually going back out to Utah to do a G2 training combine clinic and workout with Rusty Glaze, Vic Gamboa, and possibly Tyler Harmon. And that will be August 14th and 15th.
Nice.
So yeah. Hey, Mario, actually was Brandon Trujillo up there this weekend? I didn't see him.
No,
he wasn't.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Hey, Justin, Liam said, when are you coming back to PBC? Actually working with them about to come out in the summer, so that's probably gonna happen. So that'll be
and
TBD.
SD Aftermath, Weberton, everybody else who wants to know who is the new pickup, I will explain that and in detail also in a little bit.
Do you need this rig back?
You know what? You can actually have that one.
Okay.
You can. I forgot that you even borrowed it from me.
I think look, it's bent too.
Yeah, it's probably bent. Did you ever dive and hit the hit the turf? Because probably it bent. Because we have designed the AccuLock barrels to break away, and we give a lifetime warranty on the AccuLock barrels.
In case you have Tyler's build.
Yeah, in case you have Tyler. In case you're diving into the ground with 3.5 tons of force with every single maneuver, and it saves the
aftermarket shocks.
Yeah, aftermarket shocks on the gun.
Yeah.
We have those coming up as well. I just saw today, because a lot of people are putting their fantasy paintball rosters in. If you have Dalton Vanderbilt on your fantasy roster, I'm going to give you an inside little tip. Get him off your roster because he's not coming with us to Florida. Dalton has to work this week. And he's doing a bunch of stuff with moving. He's moving down to Arizona in the next couple of months, and I think they're getting all of that stuff organized. So I think he's really busy. And unfortunately, we knew he wasn't coming anyhow.
Yeah.
But we were planning on making it work without him. But then with a couple of injuries, that's why we kind of picked up. Did a last-minute little pickup here. And Eric Hunter, if you're still watching, your name was in the hat. Alex Fragi, when we were discussing who we should pick up to fill some shoes to make sure just in case someone gets... It's like an injury pickup kind of thing. Alex Fragi wanted Quincy Boyez to play, but I reminded him that Quincy hasn't played paintball in 15 years, except for the one walk-on game. So Quincy, if you're watching, you're on one of the top 3 of Alex's list, along with J.C. Whittington, Eric Hunter, and some other old pro player who hasn't really played paintball in a long time. So we did make a pickup from a semi-pro team, someone who's been playing with us on and off, just kind of jumping in some points, and he actually played really well this weekend.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like not surprisingly because he knows how to play paintball, obviously, but he played really well.
Yeah.
For coming out. And yeah, Jay Stu, it's like an emergency goalie. It's like when the pitcher has to or the third baseman has to pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
it's extended innings, like
Yeah.
13th inning. Also, I developed a little bit of a back injury over the last week. I had some back spasms, I guess is what it's called. Kyle's actually been dealing with this a little bit. So Kyle's actually helped me out a little bit here and there as far as what to do, how to work it out. But it was debilitating the first couple of days of this show last week. And then basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week, I couldn't even put my own pants on.
And I've had that like similar injury for 6-7 years now. It comes up at least like once a year where it's like a week of no mobility at all.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it was. So it's progressively getting better. I judge it by the morning because at the end of the day, I actually feel pretty good. I'm like, wow, maybe I'll be able to maybe do some shooting drills or just like some snap shooting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like just to handle my gun.
Yeah.
Because my body's loosening up throughout the day. And then I wake up in the morning and I remember, no, that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, yeah.
Xanax does not work.
Yeah, and Webb, I actually don't take any prescription pills at all. I don't really ever do. Toradol, Kevin was talking.
Up here by no
maybe
caller
you should answer that. I heard someone answered a no caller ID and it was Oprah on the other line.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Kyle's getting blown up.
Hello?
Or might be somebody selling you.
Oh, it's just someone listening. They're not answering. Hello?
Is it the kids?
It's probably someone here.
Oh, we got doorbell ditched today, the very first time.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
that was actually pretty cool.
I thought it was like the FedEx or UPS guy just like working on the sprints.
Yeah, they banged on the door really quickly. I was like, wow, that's a very eager FedEx guy. And I opened it up, and I heard a bunch of kids laughing and cackling and running away. I was kind of excited. It brought me back to being a little kid. And then Camille goes, oh, good thing they didn't egg you. And Kyle goes, yeah, that's what I used to do when I was a kid.
That's great.
Yeah. So
should I message Dave and Alex here?
Yeah, let's get Dave and Alex on the horn.
Before I have to leave.
While you're doing that real quick.
Should I just go?
Yeah, just close this out and then just go to FaceTime. Oops, sorry.
Wait, but
go back and message him. It's on here somewhere. While Kyle's doing that, I do want to show. I saw a bunch of you guys were pretty excited about what I'm about to pull out of here. In here, I've got the full lot of team signed cards. This is Alex Frage one right here on top. And I've actually got them packaged up nicely because I know that we don't want to have the corners bend. Kyle was telling me that he used to keep his Pokemon cards in a plastic bag just like this in high school. And now those Pokemon cards, which could be worth millions of dollars now, all have frayed edges.
So they're worth like $2.
So they're only worth like $2. His Charizard limited edition is only worth $2, not $2 million.
Yeah.
So I made sure that I packaged up the team sets like this right here. See, I even wrote it on there. So this is a keepsake. If you guys ever win one of these things, signed Dynasty player cards. So they're nice and safe in here, and I'm gonna package up a bunch of them. I'm gonna give one away I'm gonna give one away next week for sure. But also, if you are a super mega support status member, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell it out right now. I know you guys just got your T-shirts. Pretty much all of you should have gotten your T-shirts already, assuming that I have your addresses. And for those of you who did just sign up, you will be getting posters sent out in the mail. Hopefully this week. If not, they'll go out next week. When you sign up, you get a little thank you poster and some stickers and things like that. But I will let the cat out of the bag that all super mega support status members will get signed team player pack card for next month's giveaway.
Nice.
For sticking with us for all this time. We thank you guys all for the support. Otherwise, you would have to go through Field 1 Paintball to get the non-signed cards. Then you would have to go through the rigmarole of hunting everybody down and getting their signatures, which if you're playing the NXL events shouldn't be too tough. But I'm gonna go ahead and make it so you don't have to go through all that trouble if you are a super mega support status members.
Dizon, to answer your question, and for any other guys that have this like lower back pain, one, I have extensive. Oh, they said they won't be ready for 15. So you could talk to them about yourself. So I have a really extensive video about how to deal with this back pain, and also what I do now pre-playing any paintball at all, whether it's practice, just drills, anything. And I have pretty much gotten rid of like 80% of that back pain. I mean, Ryan knows it would be almost every other month.
Yeah,
like coming back and like
he bought like 6 beds.
Yeah,
Trying to figure out different bed.
Yeah.
It's the bed.
And Dizon, I think I've talked to you about this at the summer camp, but in the simplest form, what I found, and Scott Kemp helped me out a lot with this, is just 3 things. And I don't know necessarily if this would be good for you guys, but this is just what works for me. So all those back leg muscles, like your butt, the glutes, hamstrings, typically those are already loose, but because we sit so much, what's actually tight is the hip flexors in the front. So before you warm up to play, what you want to do is stretch. What I do, maybe not what you want to do, is I stretch out my hip flexors extensively. This thing's great. We'll talk about this in a second. Stretch those hip flexors out, and then what I do is engage. I want to engage my core, so do like some whether it's sit-ups or planks or anything to engage the core, because that's going to help support your spine and your back, because it's tight here versus like if you go play that first point and you're kind of arching over and you're putting a lot of strain on your back. So engage your core, stretch the hip flexors, and then engage all the muscles in the back versus stretch them out before. So all those things where you're leaning over and you're stretching before you play, or you're stretching, put that one leg out and like stretching for it. I actually found that instead of stretching those out, I tighten them before I play, because it helps support my back.
I actually really liked, and I do feel like that the one that you told me where you're kind of like you're pressing your hips out, like you're looking at, like if you had a belt buckle, you're trying to like look at it, and you kind of like engage your core and push like your pelvis up a little bit. That one, like I feel like it actually does. It kind of pulls everything down and moves it around a little bit. Yeah, and I can definitely feel there's like a relief of pressure or pain when I engage my core quite a bit. Yes. And that's huge. That's been big. And obviously I stretch a lot, and I went to the chiropractor, and it was after 3 days of practice. I think, did I go on Monday night or Tuesday of last week? Anyway, I think it was Tuesday of last week, and he goes, "Oh, your hamstrings are really tight." And I go, "Yeah." I haven't been able to stretch in 2 days. But I stretch constantly. I'm always stretching quite a bit. So that's a big part of my daily routine, is just constantly stretching throughout the day, which is also what, I think why I've been able to mitigate a lot of injury over the past 25 years of playing paintball is because I stretch all the time. Yeah. So this little weird back injury, and the tricky thing about it, and I think with back injuries altogether, are there wasn't anything that I did that exacerbated. It's not like I didn't dive wrong. I didn't do anything on Sunday. And Sunday I felt great. Sunday night I felt really well. Yeah. Really good. And Dave's now calling you on there. Yeah. And then I don't think he understands how they were on the show. Works. Yeah. Yeah. No, that how FaceTime works. Maybe he thought he's gonna call in.
No, he does. He's called me and Nick Laval on the FaceTime.
Okay. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. I just kind of woke up and it was like that, and yeah. Joey Egan, dude, you missed all the big news. Everybody's hurt. We're all old. So we need to actually. So that's what we need to do. We need to find some younger talent out there that can fill our shoes, or I guess our slippers at this point, and fill our walkers at this point. So go back to FaceTime and then just hit them up there.
We're gonna get Dave and Alex here on the horn before I have to leave. Actually, I'm supposed to leave in 2 minutes. But
and that pen. That's not pen. That's not a pen.
I can I'm sure I could be late. I mean, it's not like it's a class. I'm paying for it, so.
Yeah, if you're paying for it, you can be late. All right, let's get them.
Should we use?
Yeah, where's the box?
Over here.
Where's our box? Hey, there he is. Hey, big
Hey,
guy.
you're driving too.
All right. Well,
This is a 3 for 3. We get
I know.
lots of people driving.
Everybody's in the car. Here, actually, it's fine. We're good.
It's good. The light's fine.
Yeah, light's fine.
What are you guys doing?
Well, what are we doing? We're talking to you guys, man.
We just
All
go
right. What are you wearing? What are you wearing, Kyle?
impact
Is that
shirt.
a 90? Is that a 90?
You
Wearing
know,
a sweatshirt.
I just told everyone the story about our clamp reg situation. Ryan's reg.
yeah, you guys destroyed my reg.
Oh God, dude.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna bill Capital
Reg.
Edge for that. Capital Edge Paintball destroyed one of my regs.
I know what,
But you can
Kyle's
build-
wearing. Kyle's wearing a sweatshirt and a raincoat, and then he gets shot 100 times running to the corner, and then he takes it off and leaves it there.
No, he goes.
And then all the
He
hits, are sitting on the raincoat, and he's playing the game.
was trying to give me crap before the first
I know,
one.
I
And
was there,
suddenly he's
yeah.
like, "Are you cold?" And I was like, "All right." And then I ran and shot to the corner and shot him out of the back center.
I gave you credit.
I know.
It was cold on Sunday.
It
though.
was. I was trying to
I
get
was
ready
wearing
for the
shorts.
hot Florida muggy weather.
I was wearing
It's
shorts.
smart.
Yeah. Try to keep that jacket. It's smart.
Yeah.
So we're just
So when
talking.
are we live?
We're live right
yeah,
now.
we're live right now.
You guys got to give people heads up, man.
This was a heads
What if
up.
I would have said something inappropriate? What if I would have said something inappropriate to Alex?
Well, I'm glad you did it. Oh, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I'm a father. You gotta be careful.
You almost got yourself canceled, bro.
Yeah, there's 3 others on this chat.
Check this
See,
out,
guys?
dude.
That's here.
Hormesis headband's going out right now.
Look at that. If you guys just won HORMESIS headband from the drop, then Alex Frazier is shipping them out. Now, if you talk about, I was just talking to Kyle. We talked to Kyle about the Chipotle down the road from us. Just doesn't. We feel like there's no love when our burritos and our burrito bowls are being made. Where if you just go to some places, you're like, wow, that was this person really put their heart and soul into what they're giving me.
Yeah.
And that was not the case at Chipotle. But Alex Frazier is literally ironing, folding, packaging, and shipping the headbands that you guys get. That's love.
Not only that, what I do is every time I print the label out, I look at the label and I say the person's name out loud.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dave is there getting paint. He's getting paint. He's getting snacks. He's making sure everybody's okay in the pits with our team.
Running the field at the same time.
Dave, I know that the Impact guys don't treat you the same way that you treat them. So if you ever want to come over and host the Dynasty guys, we'd be more than happy to have you. I see all the love and the hard work that you're putting into these guys. This guy.
I mean, both
Brings
of them.
up-
What are they doing?
Both of them.
Hey, Alex.
Hold on.
Yeah.
These are busy guys here.
Yeah, super
obviously.
busy. We actually had told them last week that they were going to be on this week.
Yeah.
And then we told them
Yesterday,
and then also this morning that the show starts at 4 and we would call them at 4:30.
Sorry. And you're right about that. Dave really rolled out the red carpet for us. It's a VIP treatment. It's all time. And, one of my favorite places to play ever is Capital Edge. So,
Yeah.
props to Dave. And the treatment we get when we go out there, it's top level.
Yeah.
Hey,
there he is.
Jay Stu says Dave is uncancelable, by the way. And
On what?
no, you can't be canceled. You're uncancelable.
Actually, I was trying to call you, Ryan, to try to figure out our deal because you just offered me a job
Yeah.
and you didn't answer the side call.
He just hung up to call you.
So I honestly, I thought that was an open invite to call you about a contract for next year.
We can't afford you, bro.
But listen, money's money, dude. Money is relative. Like I think money it's losing its importance the older you get. It really does, honestly. But you know what I'm really proud of? I was talking to and Alex. I'm extremely proud because I started playing with you, Ryan, Oliver, and Yosh at Fairgrounds. Remember those days?
Oh yeah.
So I
Doghouse.
saw you guys when you guys first. You guys were still Cat Factory, but then you became Dynasty. But like you guys doing the headband thing, like Jason Edwards doing the hate thing, like I don't want to sound. This is gonna sound bad, but the guys that have put in years into the sport, like I'm proud of them for doing something like this. You know what I mean? Like they're getting they've given so much, they're getting something back, and it's cool. Like I was happy that Jason Edwards started doing his the hate stuff, and then your guys' headband things being is going off. I'm proud of it. I'm proud to see it.
Thanks, man, and I appreciate that too. It's things that are made by people that care and that are part of the community, and it's not like a faceless corporation doing it, and it's easy to get behind because there's a person there. And you did miss. You weren't plugged in when I was giving you praise for rolling out the red carpet for us at Capitol Edge. And if you're ever in Northern California, make sure to go by Capitol Edge and say hi to Duffy and Dave and the gang, and shoot around out there. They've got it. They've got everything for all sorts. They've got the 50 cal pumps. They've got walk-on fields. They've got castles. They've got mounds. They've got great turf and airball. They've got fun. They've got pizza. They've got raffles. They have games. They have slushies. They've got beer. They've got it all. So go down to Dave's Field and get yourself a bowl of heaping tikka masala.
Yep. That's our next. That should be the next adventure, right?
Yeah.
Dude, Dave, you should get a food truck out there.
For sure.
For larger events, we do get food trucks out there, but it's just not worth it for those guys to come out unless they make X amount of money, right? Like, right. I mean, as a business, we're all business owners, right? We understand that to get you out there, sit out there all day long, to run your generator, you know what I mean, to cook X amount of food. If it doesn't get sold, you have to give it away or throw it away. So
yeah.
So you got to make the numbers work. But man, I was. It was really cool. Like the 1 week you came out, it was probably 3-4 weeks ago. Eggs, you came out with Yosh and you guys were playing for fun. And some guy was just like, "Man, let me get that headband. Let me get that headband." And that's how I found out about your company. And I asked him the next week. I said, "What's that all about?" He's like, "Oh, they're doing these drops and everything else." And I was like, "Man, that's pretty genius. Like it's cool. Like there's a story behind every one of them." And then, just like Ryan said, you're dropping off the headbands. You're the one that's making them. You're the one that's coming up with the concept, the themes. It's not like some random guy that the three of us don't know. It's actually Alex. You know what I mean? It's a guy we all know that's doing it. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, it just shows that you love it. You're passionate about it. You want to do it, right? I mean, you and I. All of us could be doing something else, but if you want to do something, it's because you want to do it at this stage in life, right? It's not because you have to.
For sure. I view it more as like an art project than a business almost.
That's good.
Well, and it is an art project. I mean, well, it's not a project, but it is an art, more or less a project because of what you put into it and just all the care and the thought that goes into that box. And I think that's like one of the experience of opening the box and seeing what's inside and all the accoutrement that comes with it. If you just open a headband or a product that's in a Ziploc bag or something, if I got my reg back, if he put this reg, the broken reg that Kyle was giving back to me, in a cool velvet case with a thing over the top and it opened, it said, "Ryan, thank you for inspiring me with this reg for all these years that I borrowed it from you, but I apologize, it's broken," I would have been like, "Damn, dude, that's awesome." I wouldn't have been it could have been anything, But instead, he handed it to me in a Ziploc bag, and I'm like, "Dude, come on."
Sandwich bag.
I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate that, and we're gonna keep going and keeping it fun. So, let's talk about the layout. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well, let's talk.
I love it, dude. I love it. It's the Wake Show today. I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have
where
to
are you at, Alex? Are you at Field 1 headquarters?
Yeah, you want to take the tour? Here we go.
Please.
I'll give you guys a tour.
Yeah, let's get a tour of the Field 1 warehouse.
There's Eric Randall's office. There he is, right there.
Man, dude.
He keeps everything super organized. Don't worry. He knows where everything is. This is where I do a lot of the headband stuff and packaging and design and photo.
You're moving too fast. Slow it down.
There's my computer. There's you.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you actually had them up. So you actually are.
Yeah,
I was watching.
Yeah, Alex watches the show every day.
Hey, Alex, show everybody how to hit the like button.
The like button. Oh, I haven't hit it yet, actually. So let's
Bingo.
just get it here.
That's it right there.
Point.
But I have to go. But Dave, what's the hardest thing about coaching Impact? Is one question I got.
So remember a couple weeks ago I went and coached a divisional team in Texas.
Yeah.
And I think I told you, and you know why? Because you're starting to coach now. And I said the difference between coaching lower tier players or lower divisional players and pro players it's completely night and day. Like it's you can't compare the two at all. There's nothing comparable. The only thing comparable, I take that back. The only thing comparable is you're telling the team where the other team is going. But other than that, like your explanation on anything else is polar opposites. But going to Impact, it's different, right? Because now we don't have anybody that's, new to the pro bracket coming up or anything like that. So it's all guys that have experience. Where last year, a couple of years ago, we had guys, local guys that we got from DMG, local kids from, kids that were just their first year pro. So this year is going to be a learning experience for me because we're back to all veterans. So
Yeah.
not to beat around the bush. How is it coaching Impact? It's I still enjoy it. I enjoy the players that we have. Dare I say? I mean, I picked a lot of you guys right up.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. Just learning people's personalities, especially the new guys like yourself, Trevor, because you guys only got 2 events with us so far. A-Rod only has 1 event with us so far, right? It's you guys are like polar opposites, and our like I always tell people, my biggest surprise is being a parent, and I'm gonna put a parent thing on there, is how different your kids' personalities are from one to the other.
Yeah.
And it is true. Like I never thought about it until I had kids, and how I deal with them on a daily basis and how I interact with them changes everything. And I'm gonna bring that approach to the coaching thing, where it's because to motivate guys that have been doing it for so long, it's different. Like I can't tell you like, hey, we need to win or we should win because we're doing it. Like everyone's won on our team, right? Like it's a different kind of mentality, and how do I motivate guys that have been there, done that? You know what I mean? That's the hardest thing. So
Yeah.
I'm still learning. It's crazy, right? I've been doing this 5 years coaching, and I'm still learning right now. So
Yeah.
life's a trip.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that approach, Dave. Kyle,
Yeah.
here's your pacifier. Mouse, here's your binky. A-Rod, here's your warm milk. Here's your bottle.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, listen. Are you? Where are you going, Kyle?
I got to go to a study review for my class. Oh, I meant to tell you, Dave, I got to fly in early.
Dave, you're
Yeah,
wrong.
so-
You're like wrong answer, Kyle. You're going to the snake.
It's crazy because Kyle's asked me to do this, and it's not like I don't want to. It's just hard to get time, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get home after a day of work, and you got to go home, and your kids are beating you up. But and it's a trip that he's like, hey, get on this show. But by the way, I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
You
Says a
called
lot
me,
about-
bro.
Well, I
Exactly.
forgot about this thing that I needed to go to, and it starts at 5.
Ryan, is it 50-50 or is it 70-30 most of the time?
Today it's 70-30. Oh, the split? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is it. It's like the Howard Stern show, right?
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
Kyle's like Robin.
So is he Robin, huh?
Yeah.
Or what's the other guy's
He
name?
just sits there and laughs on the side.
Yeah. I love it. You know what, Ace?
No, Kyle's
You
the
can't
moderator. He does all the
Yeah.
hard stuff. He has to scan.
Yeah.
He scans through all the comments that we have coming in on the side,
Yeah.
and then throws them in onto the paper and makes sure that we get all the answers done. I just
know
try
what?
to entertain people with giveaways and things like that. Jingle coins in there in the screen to keep everybody occupied.
But think about where we're at right now. Like you guys doing this show. Like I know Marcelo and Tyler are doing a show. It's amazing, right? Like you're getting some of the best people that play the game talking about not only the game but their lives. You know what I mean? So you can connect with these guys, right? It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm happy you guys are doing this. Again, guys that we're an older generation, right? Let's be honest, right? Kyle, you're like the mid generation, but the older, like it's cool seeing these guys, like you guys doing this stuff because you're still passionate about it, you still love it, and I still love it. I'm still passionate about it, but we're doing something other than just playing now, right?
Yeah.
I'm coaching, right? I haven't played in a while. You guys, Alex, you started a new adventure. Ryan, you're always doing your thing, right? So it's amazing, right? It's a trip.
I will say, Dave, there's a profound part of that is every guy, has a life and a story that is, when you get to know them and you drill down, it's very interesting stuff. and you in particular. I mean, you have a wild journey in paintball, and in your life too. I mean, you came from an Indian family, and you discovered paintball when you were young. Met some great guys, started a team, and then ended up playing and being a dominant force on many great teams, including ours. The Russians and people. I mean, those are times forgotten. I mean, that's like ancient history now. But you figured out what it takes to build a winning team, which is difficult to do. Like there's a lot of guys out there that are great players, but there's not a lot of guys that can change the dynamic of a whole team and help them win. Oliver being another one. I could probably count those guys on one hand. I mean, you really you're an amazing guy, and I think that and now you're in the business, and you work with a lot of paintball companies. You have your own paintball field. You coach one of the most successful teams there is, and it's amazing.
Yeah, 20 years ago when we started this adventure, when I started, I never thought it would go to this, right?
Yeah, when I was shooting you and you were wiping hits at fairgrounds, I was
remember that?
I was like, wow, that guy, he's never gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, man. I remember a conversation one day. Remember that taco truck that we used to eat at? Tacos Juanitas. Remember that? I still remember that place. The one in the hood in Vallejo. We used to go out at night, and I remember you and Oliver had a conversation, and one of you guys said, like, I made this guy. And I thought that was pretty cool because you guys, we made you. I was just like, okay, well, let me make it first. But okay, one of you guys made me. All right.
And Johnny,
that was a good time.
We'd say that to Johnny, like in a team meeting, when Johnny would like come up with a game plan, we'd be like, "Shut up, Johnny, we made you." He'd get so mad. He'd get so mad.
Johnny, I never thought of him getting a bad attitude every now and then. No, Johnny's a good dude. I started playing paintball with him.
For sure, I know.
And Mr. Whopper and Nathan. It was you guys, Nathan, and then I remember because it was back when the airball had the big tubes in them. And then they had the doghouse fields and the big U's, or like there was a big S, and we played in the fairgrounds on the wood chips.
All right, so throw up the name of Dave and Johnny and Nate's team in the comments. If anybody gets it, I'll give them a jersey.
A jersey. Does anybody know the team that Johnny Perchak and Dave Baines and Nathan Armstrong played on at Three man. They started with. You guys started the team that they started. Whoever guesses this correctly is going to win an Alex Fragi signed jersey.
Throw it up.
So throw it up in the comments right now, and we'll see who's got it.
Hey,
Oh!
Who got it?
Quinman!
Quinman on the break. Yep.
All right, Quincy.
Oh, wow. Agent Orange. Yep, that's right.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. Hey, so can I give you guys an Agent Orange story?
Yes.
We played at Mare Island. This was right before it closed. And it was an event that you guys were reffing and hosting, and this is when you guys were Cap Kids. Cuz or whatever, or Iron Kids, sorry. When you guys were playing the Great Westerns, it was like the last event, and you guys threw an event. I don't know if you guys remember reffing it.
I remember.
And we won it. And I remember, and Eric Crandall, this is a great story, and I remember this. I remember I got shot. Do you guys, how they had the T-stocks with the tank, like a T-stock, the metal T-stock, and had a tank?
Yeah.
I was using that with an Angel back in the day, and I got shot in the T-stock, the tip of it, and it sprayed all over my jersey. Crandall came in, and I didn't even know I got hit, and he came in, he's like, I think you got hit right here. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. It was my first tournament. Crandall wiped it off and said, Merry Christmas to me. And I remember I was like, that Backstreet Boy is a cool dude, man.
That Backstreet Boy is a cool dude.
And I remember I loved Eric Crandall after that. Since I was just like, dude, Eric Crandall could never do me wrong.
There he is,
and
Santa Claus himself.
That was my first sponsor ever, Eric Crandall.
Yeah.
He used to give us 5 boxes of Great Western paint to carry on the flights to go play the Great Western Series.
No way.
For the Gap paint, yeah.
Yeah, the Great
American
American
paint. He used to give us 5 cases. Yep. That was some good times.
Eric is definitely the guy behind the guy.
Yeah, and actually that's actually a really good point, because that whole idea and the concept of a sponsorship coming through the field and coming through the store is kind of how we navigate our sponsorships with Field One. Is like if your team has to be associated or like backed, you got to be backed by a store, backed by a field, because that way we know that you're a trustworthy group of guys or whatever it is, because the store or the field endorses you. And I think that that's something that's really important, and that was something that's really great about with Eric, is because he helped all of us. I mean, he had the hand in pretty much all the Iron Kids upbringings, Team Lofty, pretty much everybody from the Cap Factory crew, and half of the Ironman guys, all came through Mare Island and then to Fairgrounds. So that's like a really important and integral part of that idea, rather than just sponsoring a team because they sent you a nice letter that they have stickers and they have 1,000 Instagram followers and something like that. So yeah, that's interesting. That's a cool idea.
Looks like we lost Dave. You want to go for the tour?
Yeah, let's finish up the tour actually. And Alex, I do also want to get you got to explain when you're done with that the coin game that we just dropped for everybody.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, let's see the rest of the tour.
Here's all our inventory here on the shelves.
Uh-huh.
You've got shirts, hats, barrels, player cards here. You got a Tyler Harmon. That's a good one. That's a keeper. You got more parts kits and things like that. A little bit messy back here, getting ready for the tournament. There's Yosh. He's getting the team guns ready.
Let's see.
There's
What do
Wayne Crane.
Hey.
And we got the Mexican helper here, Arturo, putting together some forces for us.
Uh-oh, hopefully that's not
nice
mine.
And easy.
Nice.
Yep, free labor. Yeah, that one's yours. Yeah. And that's here's our Bob Long shrine up here. We got to pay homage to Bob Long. Oh, and Dave, you'd appreciate that Cap Factory jersey there, that basketball jersey.
Oh yeah.
So
I lost you guys.
It's all right.
All good. So yeah, that's we got all our parts here on the shelves to build up some beautiful guns, and yeah, Dave and Ryan were on his show.
Dude, shout out to Dave Baines, Capital Edge Paintball. Thanks for always taking care of us.
There's the man.
Hey, Yosh.
There's the man. Hey,
What's up, guys?
Ryan, I think Ryan got a little jealous that you only said shout out to Dave.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Ryan, too? I thought we were just on a call with Dave.
No, you're on a call with about 100. Dave, Alex, Ryan, and about 100 people.
For you.
Oh, there she is.
Gonna get some scouts. Get a little more blood on it this weekend.
Yep, there it is. That's my 2021 Signature Series design, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well, everybody. But hey, Dave, I wanted Alex to talk about the coin game a little bit to everybody, because we've got a bunch of people in here who I'm very certain would love to be a part of this and get involved. And I know that Dave, you would be getting a black coin. The coin game is a little bit of a twist on a one-on-one, but it allows everybody to be able to address and approach pro players or legends of the game a little bit more easily, and I think it's really cool, and I want Alex to share kind of what the concept and the idea is.
Okay, so the idea basically came about when I was, not playing paintball for the last year, and really kind of thinking how much I miss it, and trying to reflect on what parts of it I really missed. And the first thing was the relationship with the community and the guys and the memories, and thinking about tournaments and games past, and players and teammates that are on the team, or were on the team, and all those relationships. And I wanted to try to figure out a way to make those memories tangible, and that's basically the idea here. And the game is it's a one-on-one game, and the way it starts is I've issued gold coins to all the pro players. Each pro player has at least 3 gold coins, and each one of those gold coins has a number on it, so I know who started with that coin. Now, those pros can challenge each other for their coin. So this weekend, for example, I got challenged by Brandon Cornell, and I lost. So I had to give him my gold coin. He then told me, okay, it's coin number 27. So then I had to put, okay, now Brandon Cornell owns coin 27. He won it from Alex Fragi. So that's available. That information is going to be available online. It's not active yet, but hopefully by the end of the weekend it will be. And so I'm going to pass all the coins out to the pros this weekend. And hopefully they'll be able to play, and that coin will represent the memory of that game. And what was really interesting that I didn't know this was going to happen, but before me and Brandon Cornell played, we sat there on the sidelines talking to each other about life and stuff, and got to know each other for a moment, and then we went and played one-on-one. Lost a coin, all good, and a little blow to the ego, but I don't mind losing to a great player. In either way, I had a good time doing it, and he was stoked, and I was stoked too. So, so even to go even further, I'm making black coins for all the legendary players like Dave and Lasoya and Frank Connell, Maddie, Rich Telford, all these guys that are legends of the game. And you have to have a gold coin to challenge one of them. But the senior coin, being the black coin, gets to pick the venue and the format. So Dave, if you challenge Dave could say, yeah, I accept your challenge, but it's got to be a target shooting contest at 150 feet, or something like that. Or an arm wrestling contest. I don't know, anything, So that's kind of, it's to improve the relationship in the community. And then, so where everybody else can get involved is hopefully in the next couple of days on HORMESISpaintball.com, I'm going to be selling silver coins, ones that look like this. And the silver coins can be used to challenge a pro for a gold coin. So if you buy a silver coin, you can try to get yourself a gold coin, and that all pros have them.
Can a silver coin challenge a black coin, or do you have to win a gold coin first and then challenge?
Yes.
Okay.
You cannot challenge a black with a silver, because you have to beat a pro to prove your worth to challenge a legend.
That's right. And Weverton, the coins will be available on the Hormesis Paintball website. Hopefully this weekend, maybe shipping next week, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to get the packaging down, but yeah, in the next couple of weeks we'll be live back. I want to throw it out there to the pros, give them all their coins at the tournament, and hopefully there'll be kind of a natural progression. And I just started an Instagram. It's called Coin Duel Paintball. That's COINDUEL Paintball, and you can follow us. I literally just started it, so.
Dude, I'm gonna follow you guys right now.
Yeah, I kind of want to. The idea is to put the stories on there. If somebody wins, then hopefully, I'm also gonna have a stable of guys, a couple of guys from each team, which are gonna be like the ambassadors, the keepers of the coin. So those guys will be, more willing to accept challenges. I'll keep them stocked up with coins, and kind of like ambassadors for the game. And it's meant to be a lighthearted thing. It's kind of like an ongoing fun game. It's not supposed to be a big it's having a paintball tournament without a tournament. And that's the idea.
I think you said it yourself. Sorry to interrupt. I think you said it yourself. Just like you and Brandon, you guys have had conversations, but they haven't been deep conversations, right? In that 10 minutes of you guys talking to one another, you got to know who he was. He got to know who you are, and it was. I think you guys appreciate each other that much more, and you guys connected on some level, right? And I think that's what it's all about.
That's the gold that I have found in paintball. It's not the tournaments, it's not the victories, it's not shooting people. What it is it's the relationships that I've built, and that's the real gold, and it's the community. And I realize that's why people play paintball. It's not because they want to be a pro. I mean, some people do that, but most people just, it's something that they're belonging to, and there's like-minded people that you can connect with on a level because you do the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I want to get some black coins. And you know what the cool thing about it was when you were telling me about it, I thought it was a great idea, and you were talking about the coins you were gonna get, and I was thinking like little Scandia tokens or something like that, like the little tin like tokens. These things are got to be like an ounce, like these are really high quality. When you hold on to one of these things, yeah, it's actually solid gold probably. Imagine that. Yeah, the legend of Frage's gold.
Lebanese gold.
That gypsy money, baby.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I agree. I was telling Alex everything this weekend that he had. I mean, did you see his keychain? I was like, man, you're making quality stuff.
Yeah.
I took one just because I wanted that for my truck. I was I think your biggest compliment. my biggest thing is I saw it and I was like, I want it for my. I just thought it was a great looking product, and it wasn't like it wasn't gimmicky. There was nothing gimmicky about it, right? Like everything had a good quality feel to it, and I was like, good stuff, Alex.
Yeah.
Like, and I think you missed out one part which I thought was pretty cool. Is I think to me the monetary is not why any of us are doing it, right? Including yourself. And I'll speak for you on that. But like, you know how you were saying like people can a pro can win silver coins if they beat someone. They can actually turn those in to get money back, or they can keep them. Like if I was a pro, I would just want to have a collection. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
Scalp, baby.
Scalp.
yeah, like it's something that. How many coins you got? I got 30. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that I would carry with me with pride. Not getting $10 for it. It's not. There's no point of it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I want to make it so it's sustainable, and then and also incentivize the pros to play. But that's okay. I mean, I agree with you. If I win a silver coin, I'm putting it on my ring of scalps. You know.
Well, yeah, and to the divisional players, or the guys who aren't pros, who feel like they're really, really good at paintball, they might buy one silver coin, and then they'll have like some of these guys are like, I'm gonna put it on a necklace. Like I want my coins on a necklace. Like we have a couple of people are actually already trying to get on the black market coin counterfeits already. They're like, we're gonna make some counterfeits. Someone said that they should. Jay Stu said all these coins should be made of actual pure gold. 24 karat gold. Good luck getting that
Just
one.
$1,800 a pop, Alex.
Yeah.
What's the gold going for an ounce right now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
16
Ounce.
Yeah, Fez, they might be worth more than Dogecoin. I think one of these coins is actually worth more than a Dogecoin.
Absolutely worth more.
Actually, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is pretty cool. It's just it's a great thing, and it's a great keepsake. You know what I mean? Like just like Dave said, you're gonna want to keep these things. And like,
and a pro can challenge a silver coin holder too.
Yeah.
Like if you have a silver coin, a pro could come and challenge you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's sweet. I'm excited for it. And for those of you guys, the Instagram is right here, Coin Duel Paintball. I think I spelled that right. On Instagram, you already got a couple of followers. You're getting the Spick and Span bump here. You got 15,
Nice. All right.
15
well,
followers.
It's I wasn't planning to talk about it today, but hey, whatever. It's organic, and that's the way I like things to unfold. It's kind of in that way.
You've almost doubled your follower count already.
Went from 0 to 1.
1 to 2, 2 to 4, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Happen.
That's an exponential growth right there.
So how's it feeling, Ryan? Are you getting limber or what? Gotta get out of that chair, dude. You should be doing this show from a standing position.
I know. I just don't have enough. It would just, with me and Kyle sitting next to each other, it just wouldn't look right. You know.
Well, Kyle's not there, man.
So give us the rundown. I mean, people have you on their fantasy thing, and what should they do?
Yeah, I know. Actually, we're talking about it because I did see someone put Dalton on their fantasy roster, and I said to take him off because Dalton's definitely not playing the event. You know, it's day to day, and I think on Thursday I'm gonna do my best to play on Thursday. Like I said, every day it's progressing. I've got acupuncture tomorrow morning first thing, so I'm gonna do that, and then hopefully if it's feeling better tomorrow, then I'm not gonna go get an MRI. But if it's still feeling pretty lousy, I might go sit in the tube, the MRI tube for an hour, and to make sure there's nothing really bad.
So I bulged the disc, and I've re-inflamed it. I've done it multiple times in my career. Biggest thing is, Ryan, I would get the MRI just to figure out what disc has the issue. And I hope it's not. I mean, a bulge disc is not that big of a deal. Like people have it all. A lot of people, it's crazy. A lot of people have issues with their back, but they don't feel it or affect it. Like there was like a study where 100 people had taken MRIs, and only 70% of the people who had issues, had no
symptoms.
No symptoms. So
right.
Sorry, I'm talking and driving and everything else. But the biggest thing is, once you know what, it just gives you that much more opportunities to actually remedy that issue. But I'll give you my older brotherly advice that I can help you with. Biggest thing is like, over the years I don't know if you ever tried cryotherapy.
Yeah, I have. I actually really like cryotherapy.
I would get in there because if there's any swelling or anything else, that's the best way to get your inflammation down as quick as possible. Mm-hmm. So I would honestly double that up.
Yeah.
And then, like Alex said, like sitting down is like listen, I'm no athlete or no, muscle man or anything to do that, but sitting down for prolonged times, your body's just not meant to be sitting in this position. So,
Right.
like you walking around, like it was crazy because I had the sports specialist. He was kind of telling me, he's like, speed walking actually helps you out quite a bit.
Okay.
It kind of gets your hips moving and everything else, and it kind of gets them limber and everything else. But I would try cryo. I would definitely get an MRI, and then it's crazy because a back is one of those things that you feel at everything you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bend, twist, step, whatever. You said I was talking to you this weekend, just even like a quick step off on that one foot, you felt it, and I was like, well, that's because that your disc and that nerve is getting pinched on that one side, right? So you're feeling it on that one leg only.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that MRI is going to help you. But like I said, I mean, it's as I'm an honest person, right? I never want to see a friend being hurt, but for all the teams that are competing against you guys, it's I hate to say it, everyone's going to be like, well, that's great, right? One of their better players, if not, is hurt, right? It sucks. The MVP from World Cup, we don't have to play against them this weekend. So
yeah, one man's misfortune is maybe another team's fortune.
It's
my fortune. I'm going in there, baby.
Alex gets more playing time.
It's a serious injury, but it's not a serious injury, right?
Right.
It's one of those injuries that's it's gonna take time, and you'll be back 100%. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things that the teams that are gonna compete against you guys are that are playing you guys in the prelims are like, well, at least we got something in our favor, right? I hate to say it, but that's how everyone's gonna think.
No,
including
I'll tell you what.
cool.
Mouse was pretty stoked that I wasn't playing against him. He got a little bit more. He got more field time this weekend because I was on the sidelines.
Dave, I got a nice email from one of your patrons. I'll share it with you privately.
Okay, perfect. All right, I love it.
It had some attention to Mouse in it.
Okay, perfect. You know what it is. I know. There's a lot of history with all of us, right? And I think that history is sometimes good, sometimes bad. And I think and I'm not speaking for anybody here. I'm only going to speak for myself. But when you get older, you finally realize you just let little things go, and you realize that, man. Ryan, you and I probably argued 5 times when I was on the team, but we also won 6 events and won 2 World Championships.
Yep.
I don't care about the 6 times we argued anymore. Like,
right.
That's far. That you and I playing together and winning tournaments. That's all. That's it. Nothing else matters anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
No, absolutely no. And I don't hold anything in on any arguments. Like that's not it doesn't bother me either too much. Hey, I got before I let you guys go, unless you want to stay on here all night, I'm happy with that. I'm sure everybody else will be stoked as well. One question for each of you. Dave, we had Brock number 90 asked what's the biggest tip or advice for a new field owner? Like something you could have avoided when you were building, like something you're like, wow, I didn't even need to do that, or I should have done this first, or something along those lines. This is going to sound I'm glad I made all my mistakes. Mm-hmm. I think I learned from them more than anything else. Right. Just like anything, you learn from your mistakes more than your success. I really do believe that. And as a field owner, there are certain things that I would do differently. Is I know this is going to, don't try to save a penny right away because you spend $1. You know what I mean? If you're going to grow, I would rather have you grow slower and do it right than try to nickel and dime and do things because it just, it's not who you are. You're not putting your best product out. And you're not proud of what you're doing. You're just doing it to do it. And I think it kind of, you're not in love with it, and you just got to be passionate about it, And I think one of those things is I always tell people, like right now, I want to revamp 3 of my fields, right? But as a business owner and a guy that's involved in construction, I look at the cost of materials, and I'd love to give my customers a better experience, and I owe my customers that because of their loyalty for 14 years of coming out to me and supporting me. But I can't because financially, it would break me to try to, to expand and to give them a better product right now just because the cost of lumber and material right now. So I know I kind of gave a roundabout answer, but my biggest thing is, grow slowly.
slow and steady, be the turtle, not the hare, and try to do it right the first time, because it's gonna help you in the long run. It's gonna get you more, it's gonna get you more excited when you see something that you're proud of, right? Like if I build I'll give you an example. If I build a paintball field, a new field, and I'm extremely proud of it, like just seeing that field when I'm tired on a long day, when it's hot, when I'm sweating, I'm still proud. I'm beamful. It makes that day that much better. Than if I did something like threw something together and I look at it and go, God, you know what I mean? I'm tired, I'm hot, and I'm looking at that,
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's a very vague and roundabout answer, but.
And I'll tell you what, Dave, I'm actually kind of jealous because you have those 2 new fields that you had built, which didn't look like they have any lumber. You have you built like the big tunnels. It's actually the field right next door to where we were playing, That one was like, when I came out to do your big game for your anniversary game, I was like, please, let's play over there. Please, let's play over there. And we didn't get to play, so I thought maybe it was like an airsoft only or whatever. Yeah. And I was actually saddened to see all the paintball hits all over it when we got there this weekend. So someone that was able to christen it. But yeah, I mean, that was a creative way to build something without having to use any lumber or build any structures. Also, just moving.
Well,
dirt.
you and I, Ryan, you've more than anybody has gone to fields all over the world, and I go, everything has the same. We have wire spools, you have wood pallets and whatever. And I just thought something outside the box, and I'm not going to take credit for it. That was a Brian Duffy idea. And, an artiste, he's an artiste like Alex, you know what I mean? He saw that and said, you know what? Let's go rent a big tractor. Let's go put some dirt down. Let's cut some trenches in this thing, and let's go ham on it.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And it's something different, right? It's something you don't see every day, and it is a fun field. And that's the stuff that I think that we had a practice and it was competitive, and we got on. We went after each other on the field and off the field sometimes. But at the end of the day, you know what we should have done, Alex, is we should have been like, let's go play over there for a minute.
For sure.
And that's we forget about it, right? We're kids, right? We're kids in adult bodies. Let's go have some fun.
I'm always game for that. But yeah,
absolutely.
You're right. It gets too serious, and the reality is, and this is one of the things that the coin game inspires too, is the stakes are not high enough to sacrifice having a good time. Like, I mean, going to the tournament, and yes, I know what we're really playing for is pride, but the prize purse itself is, for lack of a better term, pitiful compared to the amount of effort we're putting in to fight over it. So therefore, in my mind, what becomes paramount is having a good time. And I've been a victim for many years of putting all of my energy into winning. And yes, I want to win still. However, it's not all about that. It's about, the experience of going to the tournament, hanging out, making relationships, and, there's only one winner. Does it mean that everybody else is a loser? No, it doesn't. What is winning? Is winning, getting first place, or is winning going and having met all these different people from different walks of life that all share this common thing?
But the thing is, and I have that same mindset, but the three of us have won a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm not sounding that to be conceited, and I'm not sounding that to be, and I'm not conceited. But I don't, and you're not saying it, and I'm not, again, I don't want to speak for you and Ryan, but we've won a lot, you know what I mean? And we know that it's great, and the feeling's amazing, and it's hard to stay on top, and, it's great to be on top, right? It's great to have everyone do anything and everything in their power to take you down, right? But, it's one of those things that it's once you've won, and you won consistently and a lot, you look around and you go, man, I want to win with the right people now. And I want to be there with the right people. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I think, the older we get, we start realizing it, and we go, man, I had a good time because we did well and I was with these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a good point. And that goes back to the question that Kyle asked you. And you've got a team of guys that have already all won. I mean, maybe with the exception of Matt Jackson. But, I mean, all of the guys in your team have already won at some point or another. And, I feel like that's one thing that our team really has going for it. Yeah, they just won a World Cup, but we've got guys, Mike Gurina, Arturo, this new kid, possibly Grayson. These guys, the reason I want to win, one of the big reasons is to get the ring on their finger.
Agree.
Not mine. I want that, I want to fight hard and make them a better player so they can get that glory.
I told Matt I'm going to get him a victory. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do everything in my power to get him a victory. I told Rob I'd get him a victory, and I'm going to do everything in my power to get Rob a victory. Right?
If you do everything in your power to get them a victory, you should tell them to come play on Dynasty.
Yeah. You know, and I think that, and I think, and there's only a couple teams that have a pedigree that, you know what I mean, like, you know, they're, you know, that are playing still, that you go, man, like, they've won a lot, you know what I mean, like, and these guys they are prideful to be there, you know, I know these guys, like, Mike played on DMG, and when he got the opportunity, I was like, and I told him, I said, Mike, I can't knock you for leaving, you know, it's one of the best teams, I mean, it's arguably the best team that's ever played, right, it is, right, you guys are the best team, and I look at Impact as that team that's right behind you guys, right, a couple more victories, and then we'll take over. And a
couple more, maybe 30 something.
No. Yeah, you guys,
30 or 40 more.
You know, this is going to open up a can of worms. You can't count all of those. Listen, there were some that were just
fine. Don't count half of them. Good luck catching that show.
Yeah.
we can look back and we can look at a spreadsheet and look at them and go, who are you playing against these? All right, well, let's take some of these away.
I
don't know.
But no, and listen, I can speak candidly about it because I was part of some of them.
Yeah,
you know,
sure,
on both sides.
Sure.
So, but no,
everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I'll tell you this right now: it is not easy to win a tournament. Never, ever has it been. No matter who it's against. Just look at these guys. The full Dynasty racked and stacked team just lost to the Arizona Mudskippers the other weekend.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think it's getting harder and harder. I think the effort that people are putting in, like, and I'll speak for us, like, you know, we how many looks did we get on there? I guarantee you, between the two of us, we got less looks than 50% of the teams out there.
Yeah, but, you know, again, like, you know, you can get more looks, but that doesn't make it better practice.
It doesn't make it a better practice, but just muscle memory and everything else, you know, it definitely doesn't. Like JC, this was his first weekend on the field. He was rusty Saturday.
No, he wasn't.
He was rusty Saturday, and then on Sunday it was, oh my God, JC literally won game single-handedly, right?
We were actually talking about JC and him coming back, and I guess J-Rab the same thing. Like J-Rab was out from a car accident injury for a while, and he came back last weekend, was like, oh, this is fun, and was just dunking on people, you know? So
yeah.
You should ask my ribs if JC is rusty.
Yeah.
No, JC had some good points. And I remember I was sitting next to both of you guys, and I said, you know what I don't miss about playing paintball is I was like gun battling Tyler.
Yeah.
Remember I told you guys that? And I was like, man, at some point I'm like, there's no point. You're not going to win this battle. You're going to win 30% on a good day. Like, just let them go out there and go win it. I'm just like, you know, it's crazy. Like, the talent that some of these guys have and still have to this day, like Tyler, JC, like they just have a shot that go, man, like, they don't get enough credit. I mean, they don't get enough credit.
Well, that was the funny thing as we were talking about it is before you guys came on, it was kind of like how you deal with like a large stack, like a large roster of 10 guys that are stacked.
It's harder.
You know, because you're like, why? I'm like, dude, why are you not playing JC every point? And then you see Brandon Cornell going, and you're like, why aren't you playing Brandon every single point? And you're like, oh, because you have JC there also, you know, like, and that's kind of, you can say that for every single position you have on the field.
It's harder with the more players you have that are talented.
Yep.
But it's a luxury because if someone does have an off day, you have layers. So, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'd rather have more people than less because. And again, I'm very honest, and like you guys losing Ryan or having Ryan potentially out, it sucks, right? Like you guys lost a great player for this last weekend. Hopefully Ryan's 100% Thursday, and you guys are fine then. Mm-hmm. But you know,
dude, the guys are fine. They're gonna be fine with or without me.
I agree, but it always helps to have one more guy out there.
Oh, for sure.
Like it just does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was actually happy because I was telling our guys that I thought Eggs played the center very well because he was a counterpunch. Like he figured out what side the guy was on and committed, and he'd actually go get that guy and live more often than not to go shoot another guy. And I thought you played that well, so I gave you some credit to our guys. I thought you did the counterpunch thing well, and then I actually thought Trevor played the middle really well for us also, right? He was doing the same thing. So, you know, it was a good look for both of us this weekend, so I was happy.
Yeah. Yeah, this weekend was really, it went really well for both teams.
And we got
I think it was good.
and we got acclimated to the Florida weather this weekend with the rain and 50 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Thanks for the props, Dave.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Of course.
As me and Trevor both rock tank dangles.
Did you guys?
Tank dangle, dude. That's the wave of the future.
Swag is good. I always like people with their individual swag. I think, showing what you, your personality and your flair is good for you. So, I didn't have much. I was just a big galoof out there, but whatever.
Dude, that's good. You went out there and did the job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A snake coming out of your barrel, dude. If you're crawling down the snake and Dave comes behind you in the corner, it's over. It's just like, it's literally like paddling a canoe up a quiet stream when Dave's behind you shooting from the corner, and no one peeks out. You just crawl down to their end of the snake and then shoot everybody in the back.
Do you remember that there was an event we played where I died and Angel died in the snake, both of us at the same time, and you went out to the corner and you shot the snake guy in the corner and you yelped. You were so excited. It was good.
It was the Iron Man.
It was Iron Man, 100%. I remember you said, "Oh, baby,"
Yeah.
and then we won that game, and I was like, "All right, there you go." I remember I was not even 5 feet off the bunker, walking out, and I saw you shoot them both, and you yelped, and I was like, "Holy shit, he got them both!" I remember that game. I was just like, "Well, eggs, get it, buddy."
It was all of Iron Man too, the worst kind.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Alex, real quick, someone was asking the latest HORMESIS drop, the swords, the samurai swords.
Yeah.
Was the Emperor headband named after anybody?
Glenn Takamoto?
Yosh?
It's not named after anyone.
So not all of them are named after someone.
No, some of them are just named after, just iconic names.
Right, like the what was the one that you sent to the Galvarino?
Historical figures.
Yeah.
And things.
Yeah.
So it's picked up of players and history.
Does Dave have one named after him yet?
No, but he's gonna get a large one. The Beast, it's coming. It's gonna be a special call out. So actually, it's crazy. Oliver posted one up on Instagram, and Corey Field hit me up and he was like, "Hey, do you have this headband?" And I don't have it yet because Oliver's still saying it to me because Corey wants one. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it to you when it gets here." And I looked at what it's going to be called because Oliver names a lot of them, and that one's called the Nuth. I'm like, dude, that is crazy. Like, how is that? Like, that was his team name long, So the one Corey picked is the Naughty Dog one, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that you name a lot of those, a lot of the headbands or the majority of the headbands after iconic players out there. I think like there's something to that. That's really cool. We were talking about it like different guys out there who should get some headbands or who you want to name it after, and then also kind of pairing it with the weapon that they are.
Yeah, our next one of the ones coming out is the rapier. It's like the fencing sword.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like all the smoothest players.
Oh wow!
All the smoothest guys. Yeah, there's some good ones in there.
Oh cool.
Who do you consider a smooth player?
Like Glenn Takamoto. Like
I was about to say Takamoto.
Like he just floats around on a cloud. Brandon Short, smooth.
Yeah.
Just like these guys that are just like I'd consider J Rab a pretty smooth player, even though we're not really naming headbands after active guys.
Mm-hmm.
But like. Yeah, I type of just like it just looks effortless when they just kind of float in. Like 3 guys are shooting at them, roll out, shoot the 2 guys, and it was like nothing.
I would say Steven Pitts would be another smooth.
He was pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty smooth. JC was a smooth cat.
Mishka, yeah,
Mishka's smooth.
Mishka's smooth as silk.
Who would be one of the older generation guys that people wouldn't maybe recognize? But I guess I guess you can't give out the names of the new line.
I would say John Richardson probably doesn't get enough credit.
John Richardson.
Yeah, he was smooth. Miko, I think, was pretty smooth.
Okay.
Lundqvist, the Lundqvist brothers, they were both smooth. They were smooth in life and in paintball.
Yep, there you go. In life and in paintball. That's pretty cool.
I mean, Max was a really smooth player.
Yeah. I remember I played a tournament against him in this little indoor in Germany, and he single-handedly, literally, it was me, Marcus, Glenn, Maggie Salas, and Fred Amon, and I was like, man, Max ran a clinic on half our team every game.
Yeah, that's because you know what it is like from those, and that's actually one of the reasons I attributed a long time ago when I talk about teams that kind of play really well together. If you played actively, like if you're in a really far north place that has like really bad weather during the winters and you're forced to play indoors, I feel like that actually adds to some of your attributes and abilities to play. So for instance, like the Swedes pretty much have to play 6 months out of the year indoors, you know, and like I said that same thing for the Canadians, like they have to play indoors. Otherwise you just don't get to play paintball for 5 or 6 months out of the year. So I always attributed like a different style or different method of playing, or it kind of just adds like ability to communicate or deal with like high pressure. Because me personally, I hate playing in indoor fields. Like it's the worst, you know.
Well, if you play in an indoor field though, it'll build your chops up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you grow up in an indoor, man, you know how to play hand-to-hand combat. You know how to play loud noises blasting in your ears. You'll be really good if you grow up in an indoor. And then
Fairgrounds, baby.
for sure, fairground. Yeah. I mean, that was like hand-to-hand combat all the time.
Yeah, that hyperball field, it was so dark in there.
Brutal.
Yeah, the hyperball field, no lights, dark, everything's black.
No lights. Alex would cheat every game out there. It was great.
Every time, dude.
Yeah. I remember I cheated all over once, and he called me out. He's like, just tell me. He's like, I'm not mad at you. Just tell me. And I was like, no, you didn't hit me. And I felt bad. And I was just like, he gave me an out, too. He gave me an out. He's like, I'm not mad. Just tell me I shot you, right? And it was, remember, there was the stand-ups behind the steel poles, and I was behind one of them. And he racked me in my hand, and I was just like, it was like the first game on a Saturday, and I didn't want to leave.
That's funny.
That's the best, dude.
And I was just like, no, you didn't get me. No, you didn't get me. And I was just like, I'm going to hell for this stuff, you know?
What you do is you bounced me. You telling me bounced
No, it broke. It was, that was on that gap paint, that white ball gap.
Ball.
That thing broke on everything.
Yeah, the white
gold
ball.
Shell, I remember my favorite paint was a gold shell white ball at Fairgrounds.
Yeah, the old leche ball.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was good stuff. I had a lot of good memories from that place.
For sure, me too.
Yeah, I didn't go there as much as you guys did for some reason.
It was crazy because, and again, this is back in the day. I just remember seeing I would always see all of it was regardless, right? Like all of it was Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then I would try to go at least 2 days a week. And then Alex would be there just as much as me. But like Yosh and Ryan were like very sporadic.
Yeah, they weren't there all the time.
No,
I think
they were not.
wait, were we already in school in San Diego?
No.
No.
You guys were made men, dude. You were like, you were too big for your britches already.
I think you guys just didn't play as much as these two, honestly.
Yeah, you didn't have the sand that we did. That's why you weren't as good as us.
That's right. That's what it was. That's what it was, huh?
No, I don't think it was that, but yeah.
No, I
right.
think Chris. No, you know what? That was actually when Chris had his field up in Santa Rosa. There was that field that he had for like, I want to say 6 or 8 months or 12 months. That was up in Santa Rosa. He had his own field up there.
Whatever, dude. Fairgrounds was a breeding ground for champions.
Yeah. Well,
dude, I met my best friend Brian Duffy at Fairgrounds. I love it, dude.
Yep. Duffy worked with us at the paintball store. And I actually have a little question for everybody, a little trivia for everybody, because I'm going to give away an Alex Frage signed Dynasty card. Well, Alex Frage's gonna send it because the ones he gave me, he didn't let the ink dry, and so either that or you used a dry erase marker on most of these. So.
Remember that guy asked you to sign something and I gave you a dry erase?
Yeah. The guy wanted me to sign his gun case or something, and Dave's like, I got a pen here, and he pulls out 2 dry erase markers. I'm like, that's not gonna work. You're like, hey, it's a pen though.
It's the thought that counts, Alex.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Well, here I'll let you guys in on the trivia. So I'm gonna let everybody guess on this. But it was kind of like it was inspired from when you were talking about the legends, right? So I wanted to try to figure out if some of these guys would know who some of the legends are. So, two players that basically I'll give the team also. So two players that Yosh and I worked with and played with that came up through the Out of Control team who were on the Ironman as well. So who are the two players that we worked with and who we played with? They were like the legends up there. There were actually 3 legends that were all from up in that area, but 2 of them that played with the Iron went on to play in the Ironman. I'll never forget it. The one day that the second player, guys, you can put this in the comments right here if you guys throw out the answers, and Alex Frage will send you a signed dry. Hi Sloan. Card. But yeah, one of the players I remember when he came back from the first practice with the Ironman and was like, dude, look at this, and it had like a brand new view loader, 2000. He's like, yeah, they gave me all this stuff for free, and there was a blue Ironman autococker, and I was like, no way. Yosh and I were the little paintball groms working in the back. Sloan, say hi.
Is anyone getting close yet?
Let me see.
Give him a clue.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
I mean, I know one of them for sure. Oh yeah,
And
I know
I think-
who they are.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
know that.
I think I know who it is because he called me while we were talking.
No way.
Is Mongoloid one of them?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, it's a guy who was on the Ironman, and he was like a longtime Ironman guy. He's also he's
Don't
in the
give it
smooth
away.
player-
Why are you looking at me? You
He's
weirdo?
in the
Oh, I
smooth player list.
know who it is.
He's
I
in
know
the
who it
smooth
is.
player list. He's in
Yeah.
the smooth player list, and then the other guy
So we've got a
should
couple
probably-
of names.
should probably be in the smooth player list too. But he always had really good style. Like his hair was always perfect. He always had his stuff clean. He
Was one guy in me? Was one of them also called the same nickname as myself?
No. It's not him. He would have been the third player. That's Brad.
guy-
It's not
one
Brad
guy's
Mon.
Yeah,
not-
Quincy, come on, man. Quincy's on. You can't.
You
guess
can't
it.
win all of them, Quincy. So it's not Todd Adamson. So they're from Northern California. Both of them are from Northern California. Both of them worked at the paintball store with Yosh and I. Both of them went and got onto the Ironman, the Southern California Ironman, not Bob Long's Ironman. Both of them made it onto the Ironman while we were the Groms, and I had played with both of them. As a matter of fact, one of them played with us on in the Mare Island Cup when we.
I know.
when
One
we
is
smoked
one
you
is
guys
super
down.
silky smooth.
Dude,
Yeah.
One is super silky smooth.
yes.
Had a style that literally. Remember, he started a trend.
Yeah.
Remember the stick sweet? Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, that guy had a dirty shot back in Fairgrounds. I was like, dude, this guy's
Dude, Wayne Black knows the answer, but let's see if anybody else can get the answers. One of them still works. Okay, I'll give another big clue. One of them works for Dye.
super underrated.
Yeah.
Wayne Black's right there.
God, dude, that's one of my favorites right there.
So I've seen the answer, but you need to get
you
both
got
of them.
it. Right
No, but
there.
there's 2 players. There's 2 players.
Tabletop.
There are 2 players.
Did he get who I was referring to?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So can I give him that guy? Man, remember the stick squeegee trend that he started?
Yeah. Glenn
He
Takamoto.
rocked it forever.
Glenn Takamoto still wears his stick squeegee like that, even if we were to come out and play right now. We actually asked Glenn Takamoto to come out this weekend, and he respectfully declined. I guess it was his birthday. So
I took Glenn to a woods ball event, and it was fun.
yeah.
You could just tell he wanted to be there around the guys. He had no desire to be around them. So I was just like, all right, I understand.
Dude, I've already got 42 followers on the Coin website.
Booyah, dude. There we go.
But you know, there's a lot of guys that I think didn't get enough credit when I first started coming up. That I actually I mimic my game around. Remember Ron Nelson?
Big country.
Dude, he was like, you always think you're hot shit when you're young. I remember I was working at Bob Long's for the summer one year. And I remember he's like, hey, do you want to go snap shooting? And I was like, well, I didn't bring any gear. And he's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, you're only getting a shot in your gun in your face, right? And I was like, sure. He's like, just throw on one of these old jerseys. This guy literally shot me, 40 times in a row. And I went, fuck, I got to be a lot better if I want to be pro. I mean, he literally embarrassed me out there.
Dude,
And,
he was good for 2 G's a game.
He was, the biggest compliment. Remember Mike Carey?
Yeah.
Mike Carey and Little John. I played an event. I guessed with Bob Long in an event like in Philadelphia. And I was on their line with Ron. And I remember I was like, man, Ron's shooting a lot of guys off the breaker, you know, and I was playing alongside Ron. And I think Mike Carey said it. Mike Carey's like, I wish Ron would use a different color paint than everyone else so he could show how many guys he shot.
That's a good point.
And I was just like, what? And I thought about it for a second. And then John's like, yeah, I think he shoots 2-3 guys a point.
That's actually funny. I talked to, because I go out to Chicago every year for a big game at Paintball Explosion for the Clowns versus Zombies, and they only shoot white paint there, right? Because it's just to make sure that everybody's field paint only. But I always say, look, give me and like one or two of the other VIPs like a pink paint, right? So I keep telling him, and he's like, oh, I don't know. What if someone? I go, just give it to me. And everybody who I shoot can go check in with the refs, and they'll be entered to like win a raffle prize, right? So if you get shot, I think it was a cool idea. I actually have a great big game concept also, just like that. But that's for another conversation because it's way out there. It's like a fishing. Think of like sport fishing pools. So nobody's actually gotten both of the names yet.
I can only think of one. So I mean,
all right. Well, who's the name that you can think of?
Billy Wing.
Billy Wing. That is one of them. That's one of them. And then
the other guy. So the other guy.
Oh, I know. I already know. Now I know.
He went to Abilene. He went to Abilene.
I already know. Can I say it or?
Well,
no, I don't want to say it. Why do I want to say it? Yeah.
So
I remember you're right. Always wanted to look. Always wanted to make sure his hair was done right.
He would shave every morning. He would shave every morning. And as a matter of fact, in the Push video, that the VHS of Push, there's him getting ready to go to the field in the morning to World Cup, and he's shaving.
I liked Eric. Oh God. I liked him because when I first started coming up, he'd be another guy that would play a lot. Remember Eggs?
Yeah. Who?
And he would always the guy.
The guy. Yeah.
And he would always be cool to help me out and give me tips.
Dude, he was always the nicest. He was one of those guys that was like super intimidating because of like the way he looked. All right, tabletop, you got it.
Yeah.
The way he looked. Because he was like always impeccable in his style, and he was like a really aggressive player and scary to play against. But he was actually a super nice guy. And I remember when he invited us to watch the Super Bowl at his house in like 1998, and it was like I was like, dude, I'm going to Eric Roberts' house for the Super Bowl. Like it was the coolest thing ever.
I remember I was intimidated to talk to him, and I finally did, and I thought he was cool as shit. And I remember like we had an easy I had a really easy upbringing if I wanted to get good, right? Because we had guys we had all the Ironman guys that were in NorCal. We had Eric and Billy who'd play every so often, and we'd have you and Oliver that played pretty much as we did. And then once every 3 months we would see Ryan and Yosh. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, what were we doing, dude? We were playing just as much paintball as you guys were.
No, you did.
Come on.
You were playing at a competitive field, not at Eric Crandall's.
Oh, maybe.
We were loyal to our guy.
Loyal to the guy. You know what's actually cool about that last bit of trivia?
Right?
That last bit of trivia also is while Eric Roberts, which was the answer that we're looking for, and Billy Wing, Eric Roberts doesn't have a HORMESIS headband named after him, but his best friend, who we met through paintball, Eric Murphy, did get the Murph got one, right?
No, dude, Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy.
No, the headband is not named after Sean Murphy.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric Murphy. Sean Murphy.
The headband is named after a fallen Navy SEAL, which a HORMESIS supporter said, hey, man, check out this guy's story. You should maybe consider naming a headband after him. I read the story.
Oh, wow.
Heartbreaking guy, gave his life for our country. And I said, absolutely. So it's named after that guy.
Oh, that's great. That's actually, I like
but
that.
Sean Murphy, yes, the paintball player and plumber, also
and plumber
deserves headband. Yeah, so Michael P. Murphy, fallen Navy SEAL.
Oh, that's cool. Well, those of you guys who did get a Murph headband, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. I assumed that it was named after Sean Murphy.
Well, if you went on the website and read the product description, you would know.
Sorry.
So next time, before you open your big mouth, maybe do some research.
Thanks, Alex.
I was the outside guy of these two. This is how it was when I was on the team. It would be mom and dad fighting. I don't know who's mom, who's dad.
Yeah.
And then you the voice of reason.
Yeah, and Yosh only chimes in when things are getting swayed. When Alex is really talking a bunch of nonsense.
Uncle Yosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of, why do you have him in the back as a sweatshop worker? That's kind of that's not right. Dude,
he does the best work.
Done, man. He does it all.
Yeah.
He's the king of Field 1 customer service, builds the guns, and everything, man. Yosh is the man. He can work like I work one day, and basically one day of him working is like me working like 4 days.
Today wasn't the day because I've seen you on your phone.
All
day. Instagram. I just Instagram all day.
Yeah, going to get coffee, sending out some packages. So this is what you consider work, eggs. You're gonna work one day.
Instagram and Minesweeper on my computer.
Yeah. Guys, I love this. I appreciate you guys behind me. I gotta get back to work, to life.
For
love
sure.
You, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Hey, thanks a lot for coming on. I appreciate you taking a lot of time, and thanks a lot for hosting us this weekend. I can't wait to go out and next time we practice because I'm sure that we'll be up there quite a bit more. So
absolutely.
We'll try not to wear
Capital Edge. If you want to be a winner, come play Capital Edge.
All right, fellas. Thank you, guys. Have a great week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Al. Just
All
me
right.
and you.
Just me and you, dude. My favorite.
Okay.
All right, look, I'm working on the coin duel spreadsheet right now. Pick a number. Any number.
Me?
Up to 500.
Up to 500. Give me one number, guys. Pick one number out of 1 to 500. 103.
Okay, let's see here. 103. You want coin 103. You've got to go find and challenge. There is no 103.
Okay.
Pick another number.
438.
Okay, 438. 438. You have to go challenge 438. You've got to challenge Zach Patient of Los Angeles Infamous.
Nice. Yeah, so this is cool. There's an entire spreadsheet that you typed in by hand, which is wild.
Yep.
Of every single player in the league. So everybody's got a name. And so for those of you guys who are watching right now, if you guys go to HORMESIS website, HORMESISpaintball.com.
It's not up on there yet, but in a few days it will be.
When it is up, you guys can go buy your guys' silver coins, and then if there's a player in particular you guys would like to challenge, you can go onto the spreadsheet. But they can look at the spreadsheet now so they can study who they want to play, correct?
Hey, put in the comments quickly if you think this is a good idea or stupid. Just type good or stupid.
Yeah, type good or stupid if you guys think that this is a good idea or a stupid idea. Also, Alex, we're going to give away 5 of your signed cards. So we've given 1 to Tabletop Squires. I'm going to spin the wheel for 2 of them. And then how are you going to give away the other 3?
How am I going to give them away?
Yeah. You're gonna mail out 3 signed cards. 3 signed Dynasty cards in the mail. Pop it in the mail.
I'll give them to the first 3 people that wrote good.
Okay.
All right. Loyal Blue Fox.
Okay.
Swanky and Quentin.
Okay. Swanky, Quentin, and Loyal Blue Fox. Okay. You guys gotta email your addresses to send an email with your address to
Alex Fraige. That's ALEXFRAIGE. 07 at gmail.com.
You don't have the AOL one anymore?
I do, but that's only for my spam.
Oh, dang. I email you there all the time.
There it is.
All right, AlexFraige07 at gmail.com. Swanky, Quentin, Loyal, Blue Fox. I think I have Loyal and Quentin's and Tabletop's addresses already. I'm going to spin the wheel for the other 2 here in a little bit when Alex is done talking smack to me. We're going to...
You know I love you, Ryan.
I know it. But yeah, I was going to show everybody a little bit about the Signature Series forces that we're going to be coming out with here in the next month or so that are being built. You guys showed us a little bit. If you guys check out Field 1's Instagram page, you guys, and actually every individual player on Dynasty, if you look at their Instagram pages, their social media, you can probably see what they have, what they chose, their inspiration. Tyler's is really cool. It's that tiger themed one. And as a matter of fact, if you guys are going to the Florida event, there will be I guess an alternate universe version of everybody's force. Is that correct? For sale at the event?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah. Are you listening to me anymore or what?
No, I was reading something. Yeah, there are other versions of the team gun. So each guy got 2 samples made, one slightly different from the other, and in some cases a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
And they chose one to go with production, and the other one will be up for grabs.
Yeah, so basically, if you're lucky enough, you were at the Florida event, come by the booth to see they're gonna be one-offs. It's gonna be one of a kind. Those ones will not be remade. So you will have an actual individual one-off Field 1 Force. I mean, no 2 Galaxy Forces are the same either, but these ones will be distinctly different or slightly different. They're so. Also, Lori Miller did just update a new discount code, Spick Span 05. Will get you guys 50% off your first month's membership of BKI. And so Nikito PB, that will actually help you answer that question as well. And then Dizon, to answer your question, Outlaw did some of the anodizing, and Arc anodizing, Ryan Hall did the majority of them. Arc anodizing did all of our guns last year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Hall, he's playing on Infamous now. He's an awesome guy and does great work. So if you want to get anodized, I recommend you head over to Arc Anodizing.
That's right. All right, Al. I'll let you go. I'll send you some addresses that I have for pretty much everybody else who wins a signed card from you.
Yep, I just got a Quentin Loyens
there you go.
address. So
there you go. So Swanky. Also, make sure you send alexfragi07@gmail.com.
Ooh, Quentin, bringing me a gift. All right, I'll see you there.
Oh, man. Hey, Quentin, I'll be there, too. Do I get a gift?
Your gift is a punch in the stomach.
Do you want to see, actually, what I'm going to give away, the grand prize for today? Check this out. This is actually going to one of the members, the supporters of the channel. I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times today. And I have a pair of brand new Nike cleats.
All right, I'm out of here, Ren. I got to go.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye.
See you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next.
Okay, I thought Alex wanted to be part of that. So, what I'm going to do right now is for the subscribers, the members, you guys are all going to be entered into this one. I've got a pair of 9.5 Nikes. I don't wear them. I wear New Balance cleats. The link in the description down below will give you guys a link to a page that gets you about 30 to 40% off of New Balance Team Store for Dynasty. But with that being said, I also have been gifted these 9.5s Nikes. So these are the ones. Someone's going to win these. If they don't fit you, you could either bless someone up and give them out, or you can wear them. You can keep them yourself. You can give them to a friend, a foe, or that would really actually throw someone off if you guys thought you guys didn't like each other. Hand them this stuff as a gift and see how that works out. But yeah, no size 14. Sorry, Jay Stu. The stuff that I get gifted usually is not for larger folk. But if you do win, yeah, give them you can give them as a gift. You can be a nice fairy. Yeah, if you give someone like this, like if I was like, hey Mouse, I got you a pair of brand new Nikes, that would really throw him for a loop. Hey Sloan, do you want to give these away? Yeah, we're gonna give these away. Also, 2 more people are gonna win signed Alex Fragi player cards. So I'm gonna jump over here to, let's see, the wheel of names. Where is it? 92. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, we're going full screen. Wheel of names. The first one is going to be the first 2 that I do are going to be for the cards. So the first two spins here are going to be for the signed Alex Fragi cards. Winner, spinner. Let's see here. Winning an Alex Fragi signed card, Maui Weber. Whoa, Mr. Webb. All right. Go ahead and take you off of there. And the second person is going to be Mr. Jose. There we go. All right. Really quickly All right, so Mr. Bernab and Weverton. Oh, that's right. You guys wanted to know who we picked up. That's right. I almost forgot, guys. So let me shoot a quick air horn here. So one of the players that has been coming around and has joined us on a couple of practices here and there really showed a lot of effort throughout the last couple of seasons, just kind of making himself available when needed. Also somebody who I thought the Ironman really missed an opportunity with, and I'd actually mentioned this to the Ironman's coach and a couple of them. I feel like this guy, definitely has been had his opportunity at playing in the pros for a while and just kind of hasn't worked out. But because of a couple injuries, because of my back, who knows if I'm going to be able to play on Thursday and Friday. Also, Blake is dealing with a little bit of a meniscus issue, and just like we were talking about with Dave, is like it's okay to have depth. It's not a bad thing to have multiple bodies. Just because if someone's just not playing right, playing well, if anybody's struggling, you want to get a versatile player. And it's tough to find players that are available the weekend before the event, which is why Alex was recommending like some of the older guys that could kind of just plug in, Quincy, Eric Hunter, JC Whittington, Johnny Perchak, guys like that who we were talking about, because A, we know that they're not being picked up by another team, and B, they could probably put a gun in their hands and still have a crack at it. I was actually against that because I wanted somebody who is, kind of a little bit fresher, has been playing paintball more regularly. So without further ado, we did add Grayson Gladstone to our roster. We had to steal him from a semi-pro team, so we apologize to, was it Violence or Collision, whoever we took him from. That was actually another thing of mine personally. I didn't want to possibly jeopardize his future with another team if things didn't work out, or if they did or whatever. So, but he came in on Saturday, we sent him the code book and a bunch of the plays. He studied on the plane and came in and played incredibly well in every spot that he played on. So it's really good to have. It was comforting to see that we could get somebody who was able to learn the system, kind of knew most of us, and or knew all of us and knew our system somewhat well, and was able to jump in there and kind of like really gel with everybody. So Jay Stu, and I know that was the thing, is his team understood, And as a matter of fact, I believe Violence, who we took him from, was actually the same group of guys that we stole Blake Yarber from as well. So those guys are doing something right, and I actually didn't know that until Blake had mentioned something about it. Blake said, hey, they did the same thing to me. They asked, they needed a guy last minute because Blake actually filled in for, it was either Oliver or Yosh had broken their hand like a week before the event, and so we picked up Blake Yarber. So it's very similar scenario. So hopefully Grayson's future with the team. Grayson's in here. He's been watching the whole show for the last almost 2 hours, waiting for us to make this announcement. So thanks, Grayson, for sticking around, and thanks also for being very available and great work this weekend. He played incredibly well, shot a lot of impact guys, and so we're stoked to have him there. So hopefully he'll be able to play this weekend. Hopefully I'll be able to play this week. I'm going to kind of keep taking this day-to-day thing with my back here and making sure that I'm staying as healthy as possible. So with that said, I do need to get up and do some speed walking, as Dave had mentioned. Also, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to, let's see here, the wheel. And I'm going to spin this wheel. Winner is going to go home with, well, they're not going to go home with, I'm going to ship you a brand new pair of cleats. Whoops. Hold on here. Whoops. They're size 9.5, so if they don't fit you, they were free. I'll throw in a player card also, so at least, there's a consolation prize if they don't fit you guys. All right, we're going to head over to the wheel right now. Here we go. Spin, 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 spin. I'm stoked at how big this wheel is. If you guys remember us 33 episodes or 30 episodes ago, there was only like 10 or 15. Oh, it's Quentin Ward for the word. Booyah! Quentin, double dipping. Congratulations, Quentin. Lions, you're going away with an Alex Fragi signed card and a pair of 9.5 cleats. Quentin, what size shoe do you wear? Quentin, are you still in there? Quentin. Hey, yeah, Quentin's the new Jay Stu. Oh, also, guys, next week I want to make sure everybody who's here right now. We've lost a couple of viewers after after all the entertainment left, but next week Kyle and I do have our bet going, so we're going to be doing the Eating Terrible Things challenge. I will be giving away a pack of signed Dynasty cards, maybe 2 packs. I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance, an opportunity to win some of these things. So I will be giving away those. The Eating Terrible Things challenge is going to be happening next week. I've got a great idea, so it's going to be pretty funny, but it's a little competition between myself and Kyle. The loser has to eat the worst of the 6 items that we're going to have out there. So it's going to be a good one to watch. Also, we're going to be giving you guys all of the roundup for the NXL event. And yeah, so thank you guys so very much, everybody in there. If you guys have any questions for us, please shoot us a message. And everybody also, we're getting some new AccuLock barrel kits into Field 1. So stay tuned for all of you guys who are Mega Support Status members and discounted merch perk members. You guys will be getting a discount code for Field 1. Yeah! That is the whistle that Sloan just blew saying time is up. So this is a great show, guys. Thank you guys all very much for tuning in. This is one of our longest episodes, but I think it went really well. If you guys have any other ideas of people that you'd like to have join us. Hey! Also, I'm going to drop a little bit in the background here my new signature series, Force, with the poster that it's going to come with if you guys order from Field 1 Paintball. They're not going to be available for a little while, but you can check them out. The banner wasn't supposed to be in there, but yep, that's going to be the new poster that it's coming with. I'm going to have a matching shirt made from HK Army. I'm pretty stoked on the design. We're going to get a little bit more gold to pop in there, darken up that blood, and this thing is going to be ready to kill some people or shoot some people. Bad guys. Shoot the bad guys this week. I'll be using it out there. Whoops, slow down. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for the support. I'm out.
Cannot see. I cannot look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between.
Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur det går iväg. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur det går.